Okay, good night. Just wanted to say hello to everybody out there. And as far as what this video is about, we're going to speak tonight about blogging for income, impact, and personal development. Because a lot of times that we hear different income opportunities and different website opportunities and what have you, blogging constantly comes up because it has many benefits that you can use in lots of areas for your personal life and also for your business, and also to get your message out to the world to be able to impact your audience. So tonight, what we're going to actually just dive into that, and we're going to speak to one of my good friends as far as blogging, and she actually has an upcoming challenge coming up as far as how you can start blogging, but most importantly, why it's so beneficial, why these things are good, because a lot of times you'll hear all the different things about blogging and what have you, and in this talk we're going to actually see the different benefits and how you can get into that. And you don't have to be some kind of classical author with the best writing skills or whatever, and she'll go more into that, of course. But for so many people out there, they're considering different things, what they can do, and in this we're going to really explain how you can get into that yourself and why that is so important. And it's a common thing that constantly comes up, but for whatever reason, people have different objections as to why they want to go to it. But definitely, there's something I would like to introduce to the audience, and let me just bring her on right now. This is Here we go. This is Chantal from the Momple Blog, and she's the founder of that.
Hello,
And of course, she's
everybody.
yes. There we go. Sound is coming in strong. And what we're going to speak about, as I was just saying, is of course the many advantages of blogging, because many people want to get into different streams of income, or maybe they just want to express themselves, or they want to reach a different audience or get a message out. And blogging is one of those unique things where you can accomplish all of those. So I would like to ask you first a little introduction about for yourself, introduce you to the people who might not be familiar with you, but also as to how you got into blogging yourself.
Okay, good night, everyone. As Taj already said, my name is Chantal. I have a blog called the Momple Blog that caters mainly to moms who are either interested in learning how to earn an income online, or just need a bit of encouragement or information about parenting and motherhood in general. So, what you asked me, Taj, a bit about my background. That's what you said, right? So I
Yes,
started
yes,
my
yes. How
blog
you got into
in
blogging?
Right. Well, how I got into blogging, that's a bit of a different story. So I started writing from when I was a teenager, about 15 or 16, and I started writing mainly poetry because it came so natural to me, so effortless to me. And it was after seeing someone write a poem on High Five, a friend of mine. High Five, for those who are around back in that day, aging myself a bit, but High Five was the thing then, that was a Facebook at that time. And I read a poem from my friend, and I decided to, let me see if I could try to express something like this because it resonated so well with me. So I said, let me give it a try. And I did it, and I shared it with one or two persons, and they were like, this is Chantal, this is really good. You should probably explore writing some more and see what's out there, what it's all about for you, what it brings out of you. So I started doing that, and even though during high school I never felt like I was a writer, never felt like I was great with English in general. I didn't get the greatest grade in O-level of English, but I decided to still keep on writing because it helped me to just bring out some things out of me that I felt like I was struggling with as a teenager. When you're a teenager, you have all these emotions, low self-esteem, challenges, and when I was writing, it's like it just drew it out of me, and it kind of made it all make sense and put it into perspective, if that makes sense. So I did that for a bit, and I shared it mostly with myself, use it as a form of self-coaching or counseling, and it really helped me to deal with some big emotions back then. And then the more I wrote, and the few people I'd be sharing with, they kept on saying I should explore it some more and get myself published. So I published a book of poems in, I think it was 2009 or 2008, called Fingerprints. And I didn't do it for profit. I didn't do it for income. I just did it because I just wanted it to be out there. I guess for impact, you could say. And then since then, I started blogging different things, whether it's for educational, because I'm in the field of actuarial science. So I started a blog to help other students to understand that field a bit more. and I started a blog based on the poems that I had in my book. So it was called Read My Fingerprints, I think it was at the time. And recently, no, I've started about 3 years ago, I started an online store, and a section of the store could accommodate a blog. So I started writing a bit about motherhood then. I became a mother about 5 years ago. So I started writing after I had my second child about 3 years ago. And then I closed on the store earlier this year and relaunched a full-time blog this time that has a side, an online store on the side of it. So that's basically my blogging journey
Interesting.
in a nutshell.
That's great because, like you said, you covered so many areas, and that's one of the things that's unique to blogging in the self that you can. There are so many different reasons why you should get into blogging or why someone could get into blogging, and you touched a lot of things that if you're just speaking about selling online, t-shirts or whatever it might be, you wouldn't have been
Right,
able to go into so many different areas because you're able to speak to your personal development, of course, being able to build a business from it, and also you're expressing yourself and being able to reach
right,
an audience now with the mothers that you can have a community. So that's one of the many reasons why blogging is a very unique thing. Sometimes people, as you said, you have your book of poems and what have you. It might be a little intimidating to get into that. So what would you say to somebody who might, for example, myself, I don't consider myself to be the best writer. So what would you say to someone who is interested in what you're speaking about today and say, this blogging does sound interesting, but I might not be the best writer? What would you say to them?
Well, I would say kind of what I did, what I had to do for myself in a sense when I was a teenager. I didn't feel like writing was for me, but I said, I'm just writing this for me. I'm not really writing it for
Hmm.
anybody to read it. It's for my eyes only. And that gave me a different perspective with writing because it took away that pressure, that expectation that, oh, you're writing for an audience. People are going to see all these things that you're writing and have all these thoughts about you and start judging you and starting to create that picture of you. All those mental things that happen,
Hmm.
when you think of people's thoughts. But for me, I started out that way, and I think that helped me to just kind of build my confidence and just venture into that. I would say, if you still feel like your confidence is getting in the way, read a lot. They say a lot of bloggers read a lot, and it's true. We do read a lot, and it helps us to empathize more with persons and understand how people process certain things, how they deal with certain struggles and issues in their life, and how to kind of help them get through it. Reading does help a lot with that. So that's what I'd say.
That's good. And also going into the career benefits as well, because some people, they might have their day jobs. They might have a different a career altogether. And how would you say that might tie into someone's career or even your career? Because again, you came from a completely different field.
Yeah.
So how would you say, to somebody that just might want to get into blogging, but they're focused, on a career that they currently have? How would the blogging tie into that?
Okay, there's so many ways I could answer that question. I could answer it from a blogging perspective and I could answer it from a writing perspective, but I'll answer it from a writing perspective first. When you blog and you just venture into different topics and write to different audiences, it helps to sharpen your writing skills, and it helps you to understand so much more about the person that it is that you're writing to, and what words and what phrases and what sort of tone connects best with them, right? Which translates to business, any sort of business that you're doing and you're communicating with someone. So in my line of work before I became a full-time freelancer, I was an actuarial analyst for a small company that dealt with pension funds and pension funds for different companies. So we would have to communicate with directors, trustees, high level management, and administrators, different levels of people. So I would have to know to communicate to each person based on the level that they're at. I couldn't communicate to one person the same way I communicated to another group because, of course, their level of understanding of certain things, or they may misinterpret a certain word that I would use, whereas I could use it with someone else and they fully understand what I mean. So it still helps with my communication in general with people day to day. And in terms of a more blogging perspective, blogging is a whole business. There are so many aspects to it, as you've been saying. So doing blogging and understanding the business aspect of it has also helped my career path in understanding how business works. So yeah, in
Yeah.
understanding how business works and the different aspects to it, especially in relation to the intertwining of social media with email management and how exactly to write your post so that it connects with the audience, how to know to write it to rank on Google and all these different things. There's so many aspects that tie in, and you can see the benefit of it and how it pushes your blogging career even further. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Interesting. So now, of course, the people that are watching this are interested in if they're starting their own blog, and there are different areas that you can go. But I know you have a upcoming challenge right now. For those
Yes.
of you that are watching this live or in this recent week, which go into explaining to that, why are you doing this challenge, and what can someone look forward to if they want to start a blog and are interested in this challenge?
Okay. So I'm doing a challenge called literally Start a Blog Challenge. It's a 5-day challenge and it starts tomorrow, November 23rd. And the purpose of doing it is because I feel like there's so much out there about blogging that talks a lot about using it to earn an income, using it to fund your lifestyle, use it for travel and all these different things. But I think sometimes in all that messaging and in all that information, it gets a bit lost that blogging is so much more than that. It's not just about the money, it's also about the impact. And it's also about how it changes you as a blogger and what you are writing about. Because for me, I believe that everybody has a message that's been deposited inside them. They have a story, they have something special about them that needs to be released to the world, that somebody, at least one person, is waiting to hear that story or hear that message to change their lives and to possibly save their life. So with this challenge, I'm trying to bring that out, to let people understand that you have a message and there's a deadline on that message, and you have a responsibility to get that message out of you, whether it's through. And I don't want to restrict it to blogging, so it will give you a bigger perspective of yourself, and it will give you also a perspective of blogging in relation to that. I will also deal with the business aspect of it. I'll talk about how to monetize your blog, how different persons monetize their blog, how I monetize my blog, and how to look at time versus money in terms of blogging. So different aspects, but the main purpose of it, the main reason for me doing the challenge is because I feel like there's so many people out there who have something inside them and they just don't know how to get it out and they don't know how to tap into it. So I want to do that through blogging for them.
That's great, because I know a lot of people that will see this and they'll say, there's something about what you're saying resonates with me, because again, the blog has so many different aspects to it. There is the income aspect, there is the impact aspect, being able to reach an audience, being able to help them, especially if it's a very intimate topic that you might be something very near and dear and personal to the person, and you're writing about
Right.
this topic. You're able to build an audience and build a crew of people that also can relate to it. They're being helped by it, and in doing all that too, you can build a business around it, because it's not just about the income, because there's many ways that you
Yes.
can make income, right?
Mm.
You can go to a job, you can sell anything online for that matter, especially in these times when e-commerce is exploding, but what makes blogging so unique is all the things that you've expressed. And I love the fact that you said, your blog currently, momplete.com, is addressing motherhood, and you're building a community of mothers, and in the same time you came from a corporate background and you're sharing your different journeys with that, and the struggles, and all
Right.
of these different things that mothers can relate to. And then you have your articles up there that also, as you said, can serve its purpose as being able to display your writing. You can express yourself and just so many different things. So I think it's a great thing that you're doing this challenge. And I'll put the
Thank you.
information. Yeah, you're welcome. I'll put the information up on the screen right here for anyone that wants to learn more about that. And I would say really that blogging is one of the most um, unique areas online, that you can just do so much with it, be very expressive. And I think it's just a great thing that you're really getting ready to do this challenge. It is 5 days. It is absolutely free to join it. And of course, the link for that, if you are seeing this, and if it's after the challenge, of course, there's still time. You can get information as to starting a blog and everything. Getjol.com/start a blog. Currently, right now, it goes to the sign up for that. And what you're going to see is let me take this up. Yeah, what you're going to see is the information that you can sign up for this challenge. It's absolutely free. You can learn how to start your own blog. You can interact with the other people in there. Currently, I believe you said what over 100 people already in this, and
Right, over 150 now.
150. So you'll be in there with a group of other like-minded people that want to not just make income online, but you'll be able to have an impact in a way that is so much beyond just selling and driving money online. And I think that's a great thing that you're doing this challenge. And if you're interested in this, anyone that wants to start a blog, I highly recommend you go to that link, you sign up for the challenge. It's free. You'll learn so much. You'll have fun doing it too. Why a challenge, by the way? Why, like, what makes a challenge so great? I know I give you a second for that, but I know you said this is the second challenge that you're doing, and I know personally why I like challenges. So why would you, or why are you putting this in a challenge format, and how will this benefit the people that are joining this challenge?
Okay. I've put it as in a challenge format because it's a challenge. It pushes you, it drives you. And personally, I love that sort of environment. And I do that a lot with myself. I set certain goals for myself and I push myself to get towards it. So it's kind of like a vision board, you can say. So if you had it on your vision board to start a blog this year, this is a perfect opportunity. If you've had it on your vision board to share your story or to do something that serves your soul, like, this is an easy way to get it done because you have 5 days to learn everything you need to learn about it. And if you want to take it even a step further towards the end of the challenge, you'll have an opportunity to go even further with me. So it's just perfect for growth, to help you get to the next step without feeling stuck or tangled or overwhelmed. As you said, you're in a group of people. So everybody in the group kind of feels the same sort of pressure, the same sort of not unhealthy, healthy pressure, and in that bit of an uncomfortable zone, but an uncomfortable zone that helps you to grow. It's a good uncomfortable.
That's good. And a lot of times people want to wait until the new year to do these new things, to push themselves into new things. But why
Yes,
wait? Why wait until January? You can start learning right now, and it's free. So when January
exactly.
comes, you'll already be rolling. Your resolution is already in full effect. You're not waiting for the new year. So I think it's a great
Yes,
time to have this. It's a great idea. And I'm excited. I'll be in the group too, checking out everything that's going on.
yes,
And I appreciate what you're doing. And again, the link is up there, and I will put up the flyer again once, so people can get a better idea of that. And of course,
mm-hmm.
your blog as well,
Yeah,
momplete.com. That's momplete.com.
correct. You can
And
spell.
exactly right. See, so anybody that's interested in that and the content of it, feel free to go there. And I'm looking forward to the start of this. And again, here's the
Me
flyer
too.
for that. And thank you for coming on and sharing this with everyone. And I think it'll be a great benefit. I think it's just a really cool thing, and it's a perfect time because with everything going on right now, with people seeing really all the potentials of online and being able to do these things, that I really think there's no better time to do that. So again, thank you for
Yes.
coming on and sharing your wisdom and your excitement for blogging with everybody. And I'm sure they appreciate it. Actually, I see a comment right here
Thanks,
comes in
Taj.
right now. See, is someone on YouTube. This is very informative. See already that it is coming
Yay.
in.
Happy to hear.
Yeah. So, all right. So thank you very much. And I hope the people
No
really
problem. Thanks, Taj.
saw the benefit of this and will be in your challenge.
I hope so too. Look forward to seeing you guys there
All right.
tomorrow.
Yes. And of course, if you look on thing we didn't even mention because we're just so excited about the blogging, as far
Okay.
as being in this challenge and doing these things, you'll have direct access to other bloggers, and you also have the benefit of being able to set up things while you're going. There's prizes, but most importantly, that you're going to really get your blog up and running, and within these 5 days you'll make more progress than you could possibly make googling and thinking about it and ifing and butting and maybe.
Yeah.
Just do it now. There's no better time, and it is a challenge. That's why it's a challenge.
And now is the
five
best
days
time to do it because everybody is
Exactly.
home.
Exactly. So,
Hmm.
all right. So thanks again.
No problem, Taj. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.